So I'm annoyed again, but not quite as triggered. How about that? Um, okay. Bad Boys, Texas. Bad Boys, Houston. Bad Boys, Austin. They're going all around the state of Texas and doing that thing, child. So let's get into it. Okay. So what do we see first? I think we see Orlando Brown, we see Darrell, and we see Big Banger. All right, my favorite. We see them, they sitting around talking or whatever, just, shooting the shit or whatever. Orlando's talking about his dad is Michael Jackson and just being Orlando, just talking all out his head. Um, and so then, you know, Banga tells them that he got to get his lick back from Big Lou. And they just like, and everybody's over it. And Darrell told him that he needs to calm down. He was like, I'm not going to calm down. I hollered on their part. Banga is low key so funny. He really is. Honestly, he's just turning into, he's low key turning into like his own star, but he don't even realize it yet. Like he's low key just turned, because there's something about him that's very like endearing and authentic and unique and I don't know, he's just extremely relatable. I feel like most people can just relate to Banga if they take away their like superficial shallow faves and reasons as to why they would like other people. If they take that out of it, they will see that he is actually like, super cool. And any normal person would kind of feel, or at least I would, very or somewhat misplaced in this kind of situation. As far as I know, this is his first time being a part of a production like this, being part of reality television. And, probably not at first vibing with everybody because people just gravitate towards people that's similar to them or that they know already or whatever. And just his personality and, just thinking about what this show is, Bad Boys, you was just like, who would you trust, and you don't know anybody prior to coming into here, I'm assuming. So I mean, I could just, I don't know. I could definitely just relate to him in many ways. But anyway, moving on from that scene, Orlando, everybody wanting Bango to not fight and to stop and let it go. As if you would not be feeling the same way. This was weird to me. Like if somebody got beat up 4 times, he didn't get beat up 4 times. I don't know what the hell they saw that we didn't. But if somebody got beat up 4 times, who wouldn't want their lick back? Is that not normal human behavior? No, I'm not going to just take my L and take my loss. I'm going to show you what I can do in this particular situation. Now, I understand in real life, maybe letting it go or moving on from a person and just letting karma get their ass. But in this particular situation, no, because somebody may try you again and they feel like, oh, well, I can easily beat him because he done lost anyway. So I do understand him wanting his lick back. That's a normal, like, if you hit me and somebody got the best of me, I'm going to want to keep fighting. I'm not saying that it's right or that you should, and it definitely depends on the circumstance and the people involved. But the fact that they try to act like they don't understand that is silly to me. It's pure favoritism. Pure. They like Lou more than they like Banga. That's it. So next we see Mo City, Raz-B, and Carry On. 3 women out there drinking champagne. And they're talking. Apparently Raz-B acted a fool at the strip club at the last event. Can we take them to like a museum or, I don't know, karaoke? Or, I don't know, to the movies, or, I don't know, to an amusement park. Can we do something besides go to the strip club all the time? I mean, don't they get bored after a while? If you go anywhere so many times, Is it not all the same? It's different places, different environments, different towns, whatever. But is it not all the same thing after a while? Ass is ass, right? So I mean, can we do something else? Can we can we go miniature golf? Like, can we do something else as bad boys? You know? Can we go feed the ducks, at the pond? Can we do something else? I don't know. It's just going to the strip club after a while and be like, okay, I'm tired of spending money. It's just like, I don't know. I don't know, but whatever. But see, that's one reason why they would try to beat me up, because I would just stop going with them. Like, I'm tired of y'all. I'm tired of spending money. I'm tired. If I go, I'm just gonna be eating at the bar, chicken wings or something, because I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. Can we just have a sleepover at the house? It's those all those things I mentioned is things that bad boys would want to do. I'm assuming, So I don't know. I don't know. Child, they'll put me out so fast. So anyway, they're sitting around talking, and they start to talk about Ara, how he kind of feels left out. They feel like he feels left out, and they try to include him and blah, blah, blah. I don't really see them trying to include him like that. At least I didn't up until this episode. And so I was just like, well, whatever. Sometimes it takes people, like, I just can I would be a Ara kind of personality probably in that house. Just constantly on guard, constantly not knowing if they're talking to me, if they're trying to plot, or if they're trying to like offend me in some kind of way. Like, you just don't know. In this particular situation, in these particular kind of shows, you don't really know who to trust. You really don't. I mean, look, we saw at the end of the episode how quick Orlando flipped on Raz-B. And they were friends. Raz-B, I hope you learn your lesson. Raz-B don't give me, I feel like Raz-B is a bad boy, but not really. I feel like it's levels to being a bad boy for sure. And I just I don't feel like Raz-B is like a violent type of individual. Anybody can be, obviously. But I just don't think that he is that kind of personality. When it came to the Orlando and Raz-B situation at the end, he seemed very hurt, like his feelings was hurt, more so than he wanted to fight Orlando or whatever. But we'll talk about it. Let me see. So moving on from that, they had a little scene with Darrell, Jonathan, Raz-B, and Orlando, I think. They weren't talking about nothing. Let me see. What else happened before the thing? Okay, so anyway, let's get to it. The next thing we see Big Lou yelling and screaming. He was like, what's going on? He didn't want to fight Ara wanted to fight. He'd been going around the house telling people he was going to get his lip back. Oh. So I forgot to mention, Jonathan had bought Ara some clothes. I was falling out laughing because Ara, in his confessionals, he said when Jonathan came into his room, he thought he was going to have to fight his big ass. And it's Jonathan. So I would think that too. I'm like, well, today, I ain't have time to stretch, but hey, I guess we're just going to be rolling around and tearing this room up, child. I don't know. But Jonathan bought Ara some clothes. I guess he could feel that Ara kind of felt misplaced, ostracized from everybody else, and he bought him some clothes. And that was so kind of Jonathan. I've had my critiques of Jonathan, and I will continue to, as a human. Not, like I always say, I don't know these people personally. I don't know any of the reviews I do. I don't know any of these people personally, unless I tell you otherwise. But all I do is judge, reviewing what I see for however many minutes they're filming on the show. I'm just judging that person, which is a small part of who they are. They, like I say, everybody could be lovely people in real life. All I'm judging is just what I see. That's it. And just giving my opinions. That's it. So anyway, I've had my critiques on Jonathan. We'll continue to, like everybody else. However, what he did for Ara was extremely sweet and kind. And it kind of touched my little heart right here. And I was just like, oh my gosh, Jonathan. I probably would have gave him some after that. Because, I mean, Jonathan got money, child. So, I'm sure that stuff cost expensive. I'm sure that stuff was expensive. And it was just so sweet to give, Ara clothes. It was just, you can tell that really warmed Ara up. And, we don't know his situation. We don't know if he had money and stuff like some of the other ones have and stuff. Or maybe he did got money. Maybe he just don't care about designers' clothes and stuff because everybody don't care about stuff like that. But it was a beautiful gesture. Okay, so anyway, moving on back to the whole fight situation. Lou was yelling, whatever. Prince jumping in it. He all of a sudden got something to say. I guess he felt offended because, it had nothing to do with him. So somehow he was offended by it. And he was just like yelling all kind of stuff. And why you want to fight him? But this man don't want to fight. Oh, you got beat up 4 times. Taunting Ara. Just kept taunting him. And as if y'all saying this stuff is going to make him not want to fight. Y'all are basically clowning him and Darrell, basically clowning him, saying he got beat up. So why would you want to fight again? Do you not hear yourself? To y'all, not to us, because Ara did not get beat up according to us. I don't know what y'all saw. But y'all don't like him as much as y'all like Lou. So there you go. That's your opinion. But yeah, Prince just kept saying, "Oh, well, you got beat up," and he made a Mortal Comeback or whatever reference and stuff. And I was just like, "Child." So anyway, so then Prince, he decided, well, let's just box it out, and Ara didn't want to box. So anyway, they started scuffling and fighting. Lou claimed he wasn't going hard on Ara because he felt like he needed to get that out and all that. I'm like, "Child, bye." So Ara, they fought, and after that, Ara was done. They all agreed, we're done. So now all of a sudden, the rules after this fight, we're done. They all agreed. So all of a sudden, once they fought, now all of a sudden they all agreed with Lou and saying that, oh, they got to fight again because Ara got the best of Lou that time. Ara won the fight. Like in my opinion, he won the other ones. But not according to them, right? So, during that round, it was visible, it was clear that Ara won the fight. Okay, well now all of a sudden they want Lou and him to go back and forth now because they want their boy Lou to win and not Ara, you see. So, Lou was upset. Ara pulled one of Lou dreads out. And which, I don't know why they were harping on that. It's a fight. The point of a fight is to win. Whatever I got to do to win, that's what I'm going to do. I just... The rules of all this kind of foolishness, I'm so sorry about it. I'm going to win. I'm going to do what I'm going to do what I'm not going to get upset because I'm not violent. The point is to win. Especially in Ara's situation where he got beat up and dragged and bloody from Lou last time. So, of course, he going to do whatever he got to do to win. And furthermore, he didn't have to pull his hair to win. Ara can thump. We've seen that by now. And Lou got some hands as well. He can thump too. So, it's just like, whatever. It's favoritism. They like Lou and they don't like Ara. And that's just what it is. So where do I want to go with this? So they fought one more time, and you can hear them in the background. Get him, Lou. Get him, Lou. Yeah, get hyping Lou up. Nothing for Ara. And so then it was over with. So then Prince goes over to try to, I guess, console Ara after he done talked all that shit. Ara said, "No, get up off me." I would have did the same thing because you was just taunting me. And coming for me for wanting to fight Lou. And low-key trying to get me to fight you. But now all of a sudden you putting your arms around me and want to console me. Please go somewhere, Prince. So, Darrell telling him to go home. So then everybody is standing around. Ara's back in the room or whatever. And everybody's standing around talking. And Darrell trying to get the circle up. Darrell and Chef Teeth. and trying to get up, talking about they trying to vote him off the show and stuff. Ara, because he want to just continue to fight. Ara was done with fighting. Lou wanted to continue to fight. He talking about, no, but it ain't gonna be over with from this. Da, 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 da. I'm like, ooh, child. So then here come Mo City Trade. You know, his following ass. He's a follower, Mo City. There ain't nobody mentioned him or said nothing to him because it ain't much to say besides the fact that he's good looking. But other than that, but Mo City is a follower for sure. But whatever. We need them in the house. So they was just like, yeah, we can get up. We need to bring in fresh meat. And thankfully, Jonathan spoke up for Ara. And he was like, no, we don't need to get rid of him. And pretty much it was Darrell, Mo City, Chef D were the main three that were saying that Ara needs to go. And then everybody else, and some people were indifferent, and then other people was like, no, he don't need to go or whatever. And so, you know, he didn't go nowhere, of course. So we get to the bus. They get ready to go to another strip club. This is their last night in Houston. And, you know, Prince talked about Raz-B embarrassing them last time and blah, blah, blah. And so then Chef D spoke up and he was just like, you know, I want everybody to feel included. Ara, I want you to be there. And then Lou spoke up and he actually showed some compassion in his heart as well in that moment and said, I don't want you to feel left out. I don't want you to feel like you're not a bad boy, not a part of the crew. I want you to be in the mix with everybody. So they got up and hugged, which was nice. And that was it. They was dancing. They had a great time at the club, apparently. Jonathan was acting a fool. He was drunk, knocking on everything, making the security guards run up and down the street and stuff. I was just like, child, that Jonathan is something else. I tell you. And so the next day, they're on their way, I think, to Austin, Texas. Everybody's kind of quiet and chill because they're probably tired. And, you know, they've been drinking all night and partying, so they're worn out. And they just in the car ride chilling. So here comes Chef Teeth. He comes. I mean, you know, the vibe is weird and stuff and everything. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, what's going on. So let me get something started. That was basically his whole thing. He wanted to get something started. And I said, Lord have mercy. So somehow I was confused kind of about this whole thing. But somehow or another, there was a situation where somebody hit up Chef D and said they got to wait for them to make money to go to the club or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I understand that's how a lot of them make their money is going club appearances and stuff. So that's one reason why they're always at clubs and strip clubs and bars and whatever. So I get that. But it's just, if I was just a cast member on the show, I would just get tired of doing the same kind of stuff over and over again. Hell, let's have a cookout at the house. And just chill out and drink and get to know each other like on a person level. Let's do that. That's fun. Me personally, I have more fun at house parties than I do going out anyway. But that's just me. Whatever. So, anyway, they started some stuff up. Orlando, he spoke up and he was just like, so Raz-B, why did you tell me that Chef D was going to pop Prince? And I was just like, what is going on? So Chef D acted like he don't know what's going on. He getting upset because apparently Raz-B trying to start something. Apparently Raz-B had a conversation in confidence with his good buddy, 3J, Orlando Brown. Y'all let me know in the comment section where that reference come from. And I'll give y'all a shout out in next week's video for the show. 3J, Orlando Brown. What's the name of this show, child? So anyway, he's started that, and Raz-B spoke to Orlando in confidence. Apparently, Chef D was gonna fight Prince over something and whatever. So they basically tried to make it seem like Raz-B was making this stuff up and he was just trying to start something. So then Chef D, he brought up the whole situation about them at the club. Apparently he mad at Carry On because Carry On didn't get ones for the strippers or whatever. And then he said that they had a bill that was $600 and apparently Raz-B which is the richest one on the bus, you would think, because of, B2K and all that. He apparently ran out on the bill. And I was like, well, bump, 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 and so, he was just like, nah, I wasn't nothing like that. So this whole time, we start to see Chef D walk over to Raz-B. And they're all sitting on the tour bus and like to get in his face. And I'm with Abba said to the camera, is you going to get up, Raz-B? I mean, really, you got somebody that big walking over to you, standing over you, cussing you out of your face. What you think they get ready to do? And then he had like a plate of chicken or something in his hand. And so all of a sudden he hits Raz-B. And then next week we going to see Ara and Orlando get into it, child. And I'm just like, child. See, it's time for the people that's kind of quiet and mellow, like Orlando and stuff, to start to turn up and do something. This is the third, fourth episode. They've been kind of quiet and chill. Raz-B, So it's time for them to turn up and do a little something. So I'm assuming that's what this is. But it was just weird. It was out of nowhere. I didn't understand the beef. It was just stupid and weird. So Chef D, he going to try to fight a security guard. He going to try to bite a security guard next week. And he going to try to fight Carry On, apparently. And I don't know. This Sunday's episode is going to be interesting because I'm confused. But we'll see. Maybe it'll all come together, I guess. But they are getting ready to be in Austin, Texas. And the house looks great, what they get ready to go into. They definitely spent some money this season, for sure. So anyway, that was my review. I love you guys. Stay tuned for more. And with that said, I'm MrChalaki. MrChalaki. Girl. On Google Plus, follow me at It's Kingsworld on Instagram and Twitter. At It's Kingsworld89 on Snapchat. Chase King on Facebook. MrChalaki on Cash App and PayPal. And as always, run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. Stay black, stay tuned. And I'll see you guys later. Shouts out to Terrell and Faith and Tia. Love y'all. Down. All right. Bye.